if you were, I never saw Venom. Never will see Venom. Okay,
God damn, bro.
Never will. That's the whole thing. But like,
You don't
based
need
off
to.
of what I've seen from Venom, if you're like, hey, listen, like, Venom 2 came out, and it's like, okay, and it's kind of like a love story of him and the symbiote. I'm like, all right, whatever. It's like, also, I heard like Venom 2 Stinger, he's gonna be in Spider-Man. All right, whatever. Dude, you know what he did in Spider-Man? He was in a gay bar drinking Mai Tais, like complaining about it. I'm like, and I'm just like, why not? Why not? Like, why not? Why the hell not?
Hey,
Dude, why not?
Matt, clock out. Go home. Nah, man.
Of course he
Nah,
was.
man.
Like, of course he was. Why not? Why wouldn't he be?
Hey, man. Hey, we won't take that Eddie Brock slander, bro. We're not
Oh,
gonna
I'll
take it
take
here,
it,
bro.
bro.
Nah,
He has
man.
he has split me. Like oh, so much NWO. Man. That nigga
Yo,
beat me up. It made me join this shit.
yo, man. Listen. Hey, man. I'm mad that
Wait,
the stinger from Venom 2 was one scene later. The Venom, the stinger from Spider-Man, No Way Home, my
did you get
nigga.
the
Like,
implications?
huh?
Implication from the scene? Did you understand the implications? What they were implying?
I mean, yes, that a
They were
piece of
implying. No. They were implying that this nigga sat in the bar, had him explain who Spider Man was for 72 hours straight, nigga. When they went to his scene, he said, "So wait a minute, explain this to me one more time." And then Venom said, "Oh my god, or how slow are you?" No, you're saying Spider Man, and then he goes back to his own universe. That's the joke.
Put your children to bed.
Kids don't need to hear what's about to happen.
Hot crack has returned.
HBK, the lady lover, the king of pleasure.
It's the most hated Ock, baby.
Oh, please say the baby.
You tuned in to Pie Crack. 8-Bit Paul, aka Five the Fresh.
Pie cracking this bitch.
Yo, it's your boy Matt, the Mad Titan.
We the Blurs with attitude, and this is the party dude.
Barely.
Anybody else I talk to about this shit, they don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. And that's why Pod Crack must exist.
Pod crack. Real raw and unmotherfucking cut.
Welcome to Pie Crack. Is the nigga with the jazz, the razzmatazz, all so I can tap that ass, holla at you. What's up, baby? It's the Heartbreak. And I'm joined by some great guys, real great guys, real salt of the earth guys. You like them? It is a man of many monikers and many titles. You know what I'm saying? It is a man unquantifiable. It is the man who goes by the name Ock Baby. Please say, my nigga, you don't think fucking Jay-Z will get his fucking face smoked off in a fucking versus battle, my nigga?
I don't like the way you framed that question. Do you work for Fox News and or CNN? Am I Bernie Sanders? And are you a fucking debate moderator, nigga?
What nigga? Like, you just don't, like, in your heart of hearts, my nigga. We're not on Facebook. We're not online, my nigga. And you know what I'm saying? I came through, I kept my comment very pithy when you called upon me. But in reality, in the real world, nigga, you don't think this nigga is not gonna get his fucking face crushed in, my nigga?
My nigga, in times like this where nothing makes sense and I question the very sanity of the person I'm speaking to.
Yeah.
I like to quote the Ultimate Warrior.
Yeah.
My nigga, Jay-Z would get on that stage and do Destrucity.
Destrucity? It's
The sticker would do Destrucity.
And as I keep panning around the room, it is the Matt Titan. Matt, hey, listen, it's a lot of crossovers from the Netflix Marvel universe, and I know you can't wait till they bring in Murder Man.
Oh yeah. Oh man. As soon as I saw him, I was like, all right, where is it? Because technically Punisher is a Spider-Man villain, right?
This is true.
Yeah. And so I hope they bring him in the fold, man. I hope they bring Murder Man into the fold.
He's coming soon, man. Coming soon.
Because
You know what I'm saying?
the whole time I was watching it, I was like, what would Murder Man do? It's like, we got to kill 6-year villains. Murder Man be like, all right, man, yeah, let's do it right now. Let's go.
I got one clip. I'm ready, man.
Yeah.
Are you gonna bring extra guns?
Line
Why?
it up.
Okay. You know what I'm saying? Gentlemen. I know people will say this, so I'm gonna go ahead and get this out the way up front. We had a very successfully viewed podcast or listened to podcast entitled "Spider-Man: No Way Home is gonna be trash."
Did we?
We did. So, gentlemen, let me in the aftermath of Spider-Man: No Way Home, how do we feel about this movie?
We were wrong, but we were right. Okay? We were right because we thought Marvel was going to have all the say in the movie and they were going to fuck it up. We were wrong because, as it turns out, Sony had the wherewithal to tell Marvel to get fucked. Right? When Marvel said MJ should be a superhero and get powers like Spider-Man and save him from the Sinister Six, Sony said, that shit don't make sense or money. Fuck out my face. If Marvel had the reins, restrained by the fucking 60% owners or however much they have in say, that movie would have been trash. Just like every other fucking Marvel property this year. 2021 was the year of reckoning for the MCU, my nigga. And Sony having a successful Spider-Man movie only further proves our point. You see what I'm saying? All the rest of that Marvel properties and IP and all them shits was been trash. All right? If this was Marvel presents Spider-Man, that shit would have been trash. But since we got the Sony sanitized version, we got it. And don't get me wrong, Marvel saved us from Sony. You know what I'm saying? Because if Sony had the reins, Marty Jannetty, Marvel Shawn Michaels, right?
Talk that shit.
You can't have one without the other.
Hey.
Sony and the Marvel. Yeah. That's the end of the song. I don't have any more lyrics.
I got you. Matt, how did you feel about this movie?
Yeah, I thought this movie was pretty good, man. Like, this movie was probably the best that we've gotten for Spider-Man. Definitely not flawless, but probably one of the best Spider-Man movies we got, straight up.
Agreed. Now, would you say the best one of all time?
Personally, no. I still think Spider-Verse is better, but this is still up there.
Okay, live action.
Okay.
Where is it?
Oof. Man.
What's in the running, at least? What's in the running?
Homecoming is in the running for sure. I would say the first Spider-Man, definitely in the running as well.
It's so crazy because I don't like Homecoming. You know, I need to revisit Homecoming. I don't like Homecoming, and I never liked the first Spider-Man. So, yeah, I guess I'm just the opposite of niggas because I really like Far From Home. And apparently, people don't like that one.
Are you saying? Are we saying all time Spider-Man? Or are we saying Tom Holland Spider-Man?
I mean, all time. I don't think any of the Amazing Spider-Mans with Andrew Garfield were good. So
I'll be honest with you, man. Let me holler at y'all real quick, and I may be off in saying this. You know what I'm saying? And that's not out of character for me as far as Podcrack is concerned. But probably my all-time standalone great Spider-Man experience was probably 2001 Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire. Because
the first one.
Yeah, the first one. I appreciated the story as a whole. I appreciated everything they did. You know what I'm saying? Everything, because to me, you know what I'm saying. Like before that, prior to that, the Spider-Man animated series was my Spider-Man. So I felt like this is a good start. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm on record. Spider-Man 2, the one that everybody loves, I wasn't a fan of. Spider-Man 3, I wasn't really a fan of. Amazing Spider-Man, Andrew Garfield. I could take it or leave it. Spider-Man.
Okay, you could take or leave the movies, but how did you feel about him as a Spider-Man?
Who?
Andrew Garfield.
He did something different. I didn't know if anybody was gonna be able to do something different than Tobey Maguire because he had been our Spider-Man like since 2001. But he was like more snarky. I'll be honest with you, he was a little closer to the animated Spider-Man because he had more quips. He was a little bit more quippy. He was a little bit more quick-witted. So I'm gonna be honest
with y'all.
What's up?
That's my Spider-Man, nigga. That's who I fuck with.
I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that
my
at
all. My Spider-Man is fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know. I'm not mad.
I've always known him to be. I always know him to be this little angsty, anxiety-ridden. Oh my God,
listen,
guys, what are you doing?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna keep it. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. As far as Peter Parker goes, as far as even Spider-Man goes, Tom Holland's Spider-Man, even though he's been involved in some great shit, he's been involved in some classic moments. He's a part of the Avengers. What is that? A band? Are you a part of a band? That's a little foreshadowing, people. He sounds like the words that are written for him sound like something that's written by like a 50-year-old or a 40-year-old that's regurgitated through that imagines this is what teenagers sound like. Like that's the way Tom Holland Spider-Man talks when he says, "You know that real old movie about the Star Wars?" Like kids don't talk like that.
I definitely see that. I definitely see that for sure.
Like I don't know kids personally because I'm not a creeper, but you know what I'm saying? Like that I don't imagine them to speak in that fashion. But that kids sounds like
come on. Kids
in this
stars. Like it's still a thing. Come on.
Yeah,
come on.
in this day and age when so much and that's kind of illustrated by the most recent Ghostbusters movie. Oh, I mean, and all other movies where nostalgia is fucking king and is at an all-time high. It sounds like his shit is just written by somebody who is imagining, well, this is what kids sound like. This is how kids think. Which I ain't gonna lie, we'll get to that though. We'll get to the plot, and I will say now on the thought process of children, they kind of got that right, but by the verbiage of kids, nah, wait.
Yeah, I will say this, man, because that's not how Spider-Man is in the comics at all. Like Spider-Man, like a lot of people don't realize this is that they think Peter Parker when he puts on his suit is also like Peter Parker and Spider. They're definitely different.
Yeah,
people completely. And how Spider-Man talks like outside of when he's like fighting people, like that quip, like joking, like style, it's completely different day and night when he talks to like other people, like scientists or even Doctor Strange. And that threw me off because he's talking to him like, "Please, sir, like, can I call you sir?" It's like that's not really him. In the comics, he's extremely intelligent, and that side comes out of him a lot.
Well, but that's the whole thing, right? That's the notion of it being Spider-Man and not Spider-Boy, even though you're a child, is that, when you get in this suit, you that nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, you might be mild-mannered Peter Parker, glasses, and the whole nine, science nerd, science geek. But when you put this suit on, you that nigga. Like, you have all the bravado, all the confidence that goes along with it. Like, you're not stepping up to, "Oh, little sir," and blah, blah. Nah, none of that. Like, you that guy.
I have to give you a little pushback, my nigga. It depends on where they're picking up in the story. And I think that's why I never liked the original Spider-Man, and I never really liked this particular. It's not that I don't like him, but I'm just saying it doesn't really resonate Because when I first saw the Spider-Man back in 2001, he was still a geekazoid and shit. And he was still unsure of himself because he was just starting. This Spider-Man, he's not just starting, but he's clearly he's like in the 9th grade or some shit. He's
My nigga, this is a
You know what I'm
fucking. This is a. In the third movie, this is still an origin story, bro. Like, I can't, no, I'm not.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. How long you gonna be a newcomer for? But Garfield Spider-Man, he was a fully confident Spider-Man. You see what I'm saying? And I think that's why I related to him. So what you're saying is like, you're supposed to be that nigga, but they're portraying a Spider-Man who still like this Spider-Man, Tom Holland, never got to grow up. He never got to be by himself because he had the Avengers. He had the Tony Stark technology to lean on. He had Happy to turn to and come save him. He had fucking Nick Fury to tell him what to do.
Okay. Well, let me ask you this then. In this film, how do we feel about the Sinister Five, the villain selection? How do we feel about how we feel about that?
I'll let you go first, Matt.
I think it was pretty good. There's a couple of misses, obviously, like the lizard, but the thing is that he was a big bad of one entire movie. I'm not really a fan of him, but based off of the movies we got, yeah, this is the route to go. I'm glad they didn't put the Rhino in there. You know, I'm glad who else was I'm glad Venom wasn't in it. Both Venoms. I'm glad, and there was no Topher Grace Venom or Tom Hardy apart from that scene. So I'm glad that there was no Venom, no Rhino. They could have possibly squeezed in a Shocker, and I wouldn't have bat an eye. But honestly, the selection we got was okay, minus the lizard.
How you feeling?
Actually, I take that back. They could have squeezed in the Vulture, man.
I mean, listen,
that's exactly what I was about to say.
A Sinister Six. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to include this man in the Morbius trailer, obviously y'all feel like Michael Keaton is that nigga, and I'm not taking anything away from that man because he's that nigga. But, yeah, if you're going to say Sinister Six, make it the Sinister Six. Now,
that is exactly what I was going to say.
One of your favorite movies of all time, top 5, Dead or Alive.
Tell him without hesitation.
Is Amazing 1, 2, 3, Spider-Man.
We say it on purpose. No. We're going to say it at the same time.
Okay.
1, 2,
Amazing
3,
Spider-Man.
Amazing Spider-Man 2. Yeah,
nigga. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Wait, I've been tasting a little bit. I've been drinking a little bit, my nigga. Let's do it. 1, 2. Let's count down, my nigga. Hey, editor man, take it from the top. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. Amazing.
What the fuck?
Never. Hey, kids, don't drink and drive, my nigga. Don't drink and podcast either, my nigga. On 3? Are we on 3, my nigga? 1, 2, 3. Amazing Spider-Man
2, nigga.
How you man. Are you not hearing me in real time, my nigga?
Yeah, you
Who was late?
That on purpose.
You were late, nigga.
Yeah.
Oh, nigga, that's the internet, nigga.
That nigga waiting.
You blame.
Wait till the count of 5, my nigga.
Shit, nigga.
All right.
Now, to justify why that's my favorite movie, nigga, who was the best Spider-Man in this movie? I'll wait. I'm putting my feet across like a gentleman right now because I'm
Pastor
waiting.
Tobey Maguire, nigga.
Fight me right now, nigga.
I'll fight you, nigga. Where you at?
Spider-Man poser.
Drop a pin, nigga. Drop your pin, nigga. Drop your pin, nigga.
You know where I be, nigga.
Nah, nigga, you got a new place, nigga. You got a new job and a new place, nigga. Where you at, nigga?
Nigga, you telling all my business on this podcast, nigga, huh? It's the same OG, nigga. Huh? Nah, Matt, tiebreaker. Who is the best Spider-Man? You better not say Tom Holland.
No, of course not. But I will say this: I think everybody came in saying, "Oh man, it's Toby." Even once Andrew got his introduction, my theater was like, ah. But when Toby came in, it's like, yeah. But at the end of it, Andrew Garfield stole the show. He legitimately won everybody over. Yeah, at the end of it.
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah, and he got a fucking story arc closing out of this world. You know what the fuck? What happened with you and Mary Jane? It's complicated. Get the fuck out of here, nigga. What you work for Facebook? Fuck out of here, nigga. Huh? Nobody want to hear that. It's complicated shit, nigga. Nigga, close your story arc. What are you even doing here, nigga? What story arc you got going on? Andrew Garfield got resolution, nigga. It's somebody else's movie, huh?
Yeah.
Huh?
And he had my favorite joke in the movie where, Electro's talking to him. He's like, "I thought you'd be black," and his genuine reaction was like, "Oh, I'm sorry." That was hilarious. All right.
Yeah. Talk to him. Natural comedic timing. That's my Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Huh? That's my Spider-Man. All right? You can have that little, I'm going to choose not to talk to Mary Jane. You can have that nigga, huh? You can have him get fucked up by your best friends and shit. Nah. This nigga did a dance in Spider-Man 3. He's not the best part of this movie, right? He's retroactively disqualified. That's from having the best role because he did that.
Get a grip, motherfucker.
I'm just trying to all the people that called the cops for me. I was just outside trying to make some money for my daughter. It's all good, baby. So yeah, what was you asking? What was that question you want me to answer? What I think of the Sinister Five? Listen, why is Jamie Foxx in this movie as Jamie Foxx instead of as some fucking anxiety-ridden geek?
Blue burnt ass nigga? Yes. Yes.
Yeah. I like this dimension. Why is he the only one whose dimension changed his powers and shit? Okay.
Who changed everything about this nigga, dog?
Yeah. I mean,
everybody
they had
else.
Yeah.
Thomas Hayden Church
but if it was
the same fucking Sandman from Spider-Man 3, right? And I'll be honest with you, my nigga, as far as, listen, here at Podcrack, we love all races. But a lot of these white niggas didn't age, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's keep it all the way funky, right? Thomas Hayden Church still look like Thomas Hayden Church as a Sandman, right? As Kane Marco. Fucking.
Hey, Sean. What's up? They de-aged them. Don't tell anybody you didn't know that.
Hey, Matt, you're a computer genius. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Don't let the listeners know that you didn't know that. Whatever you do.
Hey, what? Do you think many of our listeners will listen to this? Say about less than 20? All right, man, listen. Nah, I'm gonna be honest with you. All right, I ain't gonna hold you. Thomas Hayden Church from Spider-Man 3, who I hated being in Spider-Man 3 at the time, and in retrospect, I'm like, Venom wasn't needed. At first, I was like, Sandman wasn't needed. That whole storyline was ass. And now, in retrospect, I'm like, nah, the whole Venom storyline wasn't needed because that was ass.
That was an Easter egg, nigga. That was a glorified Easter egg.
Yeah, I know. All right.
Wait, you talking about Spider-Man 3?
Yeah.
Nigga, Spider-Man 3 wasn't needed. Nigga, what are you talking about? Don't waste any of this pod crack on that trash.
If you want to keep it all the way funky, let's do it. I ain't gonna lie to you, my nigga. I ain't know my nigga from The Replacements was even in this movie as the as Reptile. Is it Reptile? What? The Lizard. I'm sorry.
He's the Lizard. He might as well be Reptile, man, because he was used about as much as Reptile was in Mortal Kombat.
I didn't know he was Lizard, my nigga, because I ain't gonna lie. Like I'm like, damn, he ain't changed. He ain't did shit. He been in this fucking little zingy box by fucking Doctor Strange. Maybe that's not even that nigga. Maybe they just brought back the character, the Lizard, but ain't bring back the actor. And then not until the end did you even realize that's the same nigga. You know what I'm saying? Who I guess is air quotes de-aged is a thing? What? Anyway, fucking Jamie Foxx said, hey, fuck y'all niggas. I'll get paid. I will take your money, but I'm gonna be Jamie Foxx in this fucking movie. Y'all got me fucked.
And he, aside from the obvious, was the best motherfucking. He was number 2. Like every time he was on the screen, I was enjoying everything he had to say and do. Yeah. And this is the Jamie Foxx they could have had in Amazing Spider-Man 2, but they chose the fucking.
They wanted to make Blue Spawn. Yeah. They wanted to burn this nigga and make him blue. Yeah.
Absolute trash.
And then you had, I'm not gonna lie, man, Alfred Molina as Doc Ock. I didn't appreciate that nigga in 2002 or 2003 or whenever. And I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Even back then in Spider-Man 2, the nigga had a more sympathetic story. In this movie, the nigga was useless. That's how I feel. That's how I'm.
He wasn't useless.
He
I think
wasn't
he did.
useless, but
I
my
liked
nigga,
him more in this movie than I did in Spider-Man 2.
really.
Yeah, like I felt like how can I put this? I just didn't like the original Spider-Man movies. I didn't like any of them. And Spider-Man 2 was even more boring than Spider-Man 1. And that's when I decided that that's when I decided to check out, because I didn't watch Spider-Man 3 ever. So, because I was like, these movies just aren't for me. So why I keep wasting my time. But I was bored by his, and I think following up the Green Goblin with him just didn't do it for me. I have the sun in the palm of my hand. Somehow that's a iconic line. I thought that shit was stupid. Like I thought I didn't really quite understand his intentions, because like, my nigga, you trying to create a fucking arc reactor or whatever the fuck you trying to create. But nigga, you have cybernetic arms hanging out your back. Why don't you just sell that, my nigga? Like you're burying the lead.
Like I do suppose I could see a purpose to use these. Like, I mean, they were literally mini assistants for my arc reactor. Yeah, but like sell that. I mean, I guess it's like you're flying on them. I don't see the use, but maybe it's like, yeah. Like, what?
This nigga was literally could not see the forest for the trees. Get these trees out the way. I'm trying to enjoy a walk in the forest. Man. I'm trying to get a good view of the foliage. Yeah, so it all bothered me in that movie. It all bothered me. Which, by the way, well kept secret is the relationship between Peter Parker and Otto Octavius, being mentor and mentee, if you will, or surrogate father and son, if you won't. Started at the Spider-Man cartoon in the 90s. Yet another storyline started by them good ass cartoons in the 90s. But anyway, yeah, I didn't really appreciate Spider-Man 2 series. I feel like I'm talking about like the fucking Bible and shit, like the Spider-Man, the fucking Genesis, Book of Genesis and shit. Like, but anyway, yeah, that one. I didn't like that one, so I kind of liked him in here. You know, they used him. He was evil. You know what I mean? He used his arm. Although I will say that I would say he was more useless than the Lizard in this particular movie. I would argue that.
I mean, the Lizard at one point in time was just like, have every real character go in the building. I cost a lot of money CG wise, and I'm hang out in the back seat of this like van. So I don't know, man. That's a bit much, man.
I'm saying though, he affected the ongoing story more than he fucking immediately he came in, threw some cars around, which admittedly was cool looking. But like the fight between him and Spider-Man wasn't that good. Can we say that Marvel's influence on this movie was like more character building and less like amazing like theatrics?
Yeah.
Like that was real Marvel of them. Like leading up, you didn't really get that great of fights until like, you know, the Trill. We didn't even get. I'm saving him for the end because he's the main event. Until the real nigga came in and you know what I mean, and handled this business and shit.
I mean, let's get to it, my nigga. Listen. Drum roll. Internet. They've been listening. They heard what you was talking about. You understand what I'm saying? Yo, when everybody was like, why would you take the most rubber face ass nigga and put him in a metal helmet? Internet. They heard what you said, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? When I watched fucking Boondock Saints, my nigga, and I said, this nigga Willem Dafoe is a problem, nigga. They heard what you said, my nigga. They heard it all, nigga. They know when you're sleeping. They know when you're awake, nigga. That's the fuck I'm talking about. Gentlemen, Willem Dafoe has reprised his role as Norman Osborn aka the Green Goblin. Go.
Oh yeah, he's the best villain by far.
Bravo,
One of the greatest parts of this
nigga.
entire movie.
Bravo,
nigga. Like,
bravo, my nigga.
bravo.
Like, you want to talk about a nigga who don't got to play gay to get an Oscar, buddy? William Dafoe, the man needs an Oscar, nigga. I didn't like that movie, but the one thing I liked about Spider-Man
was gay in the Boondock Saints.
No, he wasn't. Stop lying.
Yes, he was, man. He was in the bed with the nigga.
Nigga, they were sleeping head to toe. That ain't gay. Nigga. That's so fucking. They cousins. Nigga, they just play cousins. Nigga, they grew up together. Nigga. My nigga, that nigga is. It wasn't until Matt introduced the idea the other day that I didn't even realize that he might have been the best comic book movie villain. And when he said it, like I was like, nah, but it's the joke. I was like, nah, but it's motherfucking thing. And then I just started thinking about like how every line he said, not since the original Mortal Kombat Shang Tsung has a nigga delivered every evil line as motherfucking memeable as this nigga. Like everything he said. It's between him and J. Jonah Jameson, my nigga. If superhero movies didn't feel the need to kill every villain at the end of the movie, my nigga, this nigga would exist in the infamy in the annals of time. But because I didn't like that movie, go ahead.
No, I mean, it wasn't even just that, dude. It was every mundane conversation. It's like, Norman, you're fired. Fire me? Fire me? You know how much I sacrificed for this company? How much I gave up?
Yo!
It's like just over the toply awesome.
This nigga said, yo, hey, Dad, I want you to meet Mary Jane. She's a whore. Get rid of her.
Yeah, dump the whore, Harry. Like, did your dad say dump the whore or ran away?
My nigga, it's Thanksgiving dinner. Did your father just say dump the whore? It's only 5 of us in here. Like,
and why did he run out so fervently after Peter came? like, what is going on with this guy? It's awesome.
No, man. As the
How
kids
did you say you
say,
got that cut again?
As the kids say, he knew the assignment, my nigga. He knew the assignment in 2001, and he knew the fuck. Cool, nigga. You know what I'm saying? And he knew it in fucking 2021, my nigga.
Didn't miss a beat.
Did not miss a beat, nigga. Actually brought more to the fucking shit, if you want to be.
That nigga brought more beats with him and shit.
He nigga had a whole beat tape, nigga.
nigga had Doug the Beats band with him and shit.
Nigga had a crate and a fucking backpack with him, nigga. I got beats, nigga. Man. I got beats, nigga. You know how I get down. Yeah, nigga.
Mask on that trash can. This nigga knew what he was doing, nigga.
Yo,
exactly what he was doing.
Willem Dafoe is the OG forever, nigga. You good forever, nigga. Like, God damn.
Not since Wolverine jumped off second story and stabbed a nigga in the chest in X2. Like,
yes.
Has a movie made me jump out my seat. When this nigga spine busted this nigga's Spider-Man through the fucking second floor, nigga. I stood up and I saluted, nigga. Nigga was whooping off on this nigga Spider-Man's monkey ass, nigga. I was like, yo, he was whooping his ass. Like, I don't think Tom Holland had ass. This nigga Tom Holland for aliens. He done fought Thanos 1-on-1 for 2 seconds, nigga. He went up against Ares. Ain't nobody put an ass whooping on this nigga like William Dafoe did, nigga. I ain't even calling him the Green Goblin, nigga. I'm saying that was William Dafoe whooping your ass, nigga. That nigga would powerbomb him. Fucking spine busted him through the floor, nigga. Come on, man. On some Mortal Kombat shit. Mortal Kombat didn't even do that shit, nigga.
Yeah.
It was beautiful, nigga. He was getting right to the hands too. He wasn't wasting no time. He wasn't delivering no lines. I wouldn't have minded if he did, but that nigga got straight to the hands, my nigga. He was on the ass.
To the hands, my nigga. I just want to say,
his Spider-Man was standing right there, my nigga. He still was whooping off on the real. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like his Spider-Man was right around the way. That was his Spider-Man. He was supposed to be mad with this nigga. Nah, he said, nah, Tom Holland, I'm gonna break you.
Listen,
He's the only one we have to worry about. It's the Spider-Man. Imagine if he was on our side, Harry. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man.
Yo, can we talk about like the scene where I guess the reveal happened and that whole Spider-Man?
Hold on. Wait. We're gonna get to that. Let me just say one thing. Let me take some time out. You know what I'm saying? Let me take some time out to give some shout outs. Hey, Chris Cooper. Yo, Chris Cooper. Fuck you, nigga. You know what I'm saying? You played the fucking you played the Green Goblin. You played Norman Osborn in fucking Amazing Spider-Man 2. You've been erased from history, nigga. You know what I'm saying? How dare you, nigga? How dare you even sign the fucking contract, nigga? Willem Dafoe just got you the fuck out of history, nigga. You know what I mean? It's dark for you, nigga. It's quiet, nigga. That's all I want to say. Now
okay, can we take shots at Dale DeHaan for his Green Goblin? His goblinitis goblin?
Yes. And by proxy, nigga, your son, nigga, Harry Osborn, niggas, fuck you too, nigga. Dane DeHaan, it's over for you, nigga.
Cheeto XL, nigga.
Cheeto XL, nigga. Fuck you too, nigga. It's over for you, nigga. Yes. Let's keep it all the way real.
In this universe, nigga, is you out your mind?
It's a wrap for you, nigga. It's over, nigga. All right. Let's get to it, nigga.
That fucking Sony finds a way to bring the Goblin to the universe and shit. It makes him a regular character. Would any of you mind at all, my nigga?
You said what now?
Would anybody mind if the fucking Goblin just all of a sudden became a part of the universe?
Nah, fuck no. Fuck no. However,
much like nobody minded, much like how I don't mind that Jamie Foxx was Jamie Foxx.
Yeah.
Just figure it out.
However, let's talk about it, nigga. In 1964, in Amazing Spider-Man number 18, we found out that Ned Leeds is also the Hobgoblin. Not in this universe, though. In this universe, Hawaiian used to be fat nigga. Now he's a skinny nigga, but they still got to make him look like a fat nigga. Ned Leeds.
Is that for real? He had on a fat suit?
No, he didn't have a fat suit on. They just had him have big clothes on. Nigga lost like 200 pounds. And they just had him with the fucking triple XL clothes on. 92 pounds of clothes on and shit. And a wig. And
how
made
much
him
you want
look like
that was
nigga.
Marvel's doing, my nigga?
I mean,
you don't have to be small to be a super. You don't have to be small to be.
That's that nigga's doing, my nigga. How dare you be a fat nigga for 2 movies and then
No.
Oh,
I'm saying Marvel made him continue to be fat.
Of course, yeah, he walked
just show
on
a
set.
character
Like,
getting in shape.
yeah, no. He walked on set. It was like, "How are we gonna rewrite this?" Like, look at me now. What's up? They're like, "How we gonna get your fat ass over there?" And we're like, "Oh." Like,
either you're gonna eat a pound of ice cream, my nigga, every day for 92 days, my nigga, or you're gonna wear a fucking fat suit. Yeah, absolutely.
They had analysts come in and be like, "All right, if we put him near food the entire time, the audience was like, so like probably assume he's still fat." And he's like, "What?" Yeah.
Yes. Oh my God. So all right. So Ned Leeds is not the Hobgoblin in this movie. Instead, he's a fucking nigga that learns how to do Doctor Strange parlor magic out of fucking fat air.
Yes.
Okay.
Also, Agatha is his distant cousin. Right?
Yes, obviously, my nigga, right? Obviously.
That's coming. Don't think it's not coming, man.
No, it's definitely coming. Agatha. It's definitely coming. Get the fuck out of here.
I see you heard it here first, man.
But yes, he summoned Peter Parker, right?
Yep.
Yes, he summoned Peter Parker. They opened up a portal, and in comes Spider-Man, right? But it's not Tom Holland. It's Andrew Garfield. Shout out to them niggas for making it seem like they wasn't in the movie too. Cause I ain't gonna lie to you, man. in a day and age where you can't hide shit. Like Tom Holland and I mean not Tom Holland, but Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield really went hard on the I'm not in this fucking movie. Stop asking me. Like, cause niggas was asking.
And niggas believed them.
Nigga, you wasn't there.
I'm not gonna
you
lie.
wasn't there.
That shit was spoiled for like 3 years for me. Like I knew that shit was happening 3 years ago. So
Nah, my nigga. Them niggas went on The nigga, Andrew Garfield went on the fucking Tonight Show and said, "Nah, that's fucking preposterous, nigga. I'm not in that movie."
I don't watch the Tonight Show, so that was.
I don't either. But I'm just saying, like
Twitter told me, man. That's all I needed to hear.
But if you watch it, you realize they really didn't do any external shots, my nigga. Like they did everything they did was green screen CGI, so you would have never known that they was on set. So I'm with it. Like them niggas really did a good job of saying no, I'm not in this fucking movie, my nigga. So when I popped them on screen, I was like, oh shit. So I'm with it.
Yeah, you guys are better than me because the test footage was out there and shit. Like I literally seen
these test footage, nigga. Fuck
I see these niggas out there in the Spider-Man suit. Like the secret wasn't well kept for me. Like, I'm in these internet streets. Thing.
Are you part of the Own Trailer Club anymore?
I try to be. I try so hard.
I don't see you at the meetings, my nigga. I'll be there. Weekly, my nigga. We be there.
Hard, son.
Nah, nigga. So hard, my nigga. Hey, you sound like some bullshit, my nigga. Yo.
Be calling me.
My nigga,
I didn't watch this. I'm gonna tell you, I didn't watch this goddamn Batman trailer though. This one that came out.
Trailer number 3 in 3 months, my nigga. Every fucking week.
Watch that shit.
Every week they bring out a new trailer on that fucking Batman.
The first 2 was just basically still shots of niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like it was just still scenes of Batman like looking cool and shit. So I have no idea what the story's about. So I didn't watch this one. I was strong. I posted in the chat for Paul though.
Fuck this.
That no good low down son of a bitch.
Anyways, but yeah, so Andrew Garfield walks through. That's your Spider-Man, nigga. I'll let you speak on it. How'd you feel when Andrew Garfield walked through the portal, man?
Yeah, I saw it coming. But
my nigga, whatever it is, my nigga, it sucks. I'm gonna be honest with you. Because you keep going in and out.
Am I back? Back?
You back.
Guess who's back? Back again.
Hey.
Sadie's trash. Tell your friends.
Hey.
Yeah, so like I wasn't surprised. I'm not surprised, motherfuckers. He shout out to 205 Nate Diaz. I was spoiled. I knew it was coming. So whatever. I didn't know it was coming right there in that scene. But like when they opened the portal and the nigga just turned his head and like he didn't know who it was. I didn't think it was Tom Holland because it didn't look like him. And I was just like, oh, this must be how they bring in the other niggas. And then he stepped through, it was him instead of the other one. I would think you would have brought them in that order. You know what I mean? Because he was the first one, you would bring him in. But maybe it was because they knew people liked the first one better. So maybe they went with him last as more like the main event guy. So it was just interesting how they ordered things. And then they were like, Tom Holland was like, I'm 1, you're 2, you're 3. That didn't make any sense. It would have seemed to be cooler if he would have said, you be 1, you're 2, I'm 3. You know what I mean? That would have made more sense. But maybe they were trying to go in the order that people like them. You know what I mean?
You gotta be who you are in this world, my nigga. And everybody believes they're the hero of their own story.
I mean, I get that. He's 1 because that's his universe. But he was older, so it just makes sense. Both of them were older Spider-Man than him. And then, he did the whole thing about, well, I kind of feel bad because you guys have been fighting aliens, and I'm just kind of this lame guy over here. They're like, no, you're not lame. You're amazing. Like that was a clear nod to how the world viewed his movies and shit, right?
Yeah,
it was actually a nod to the title of his movie.
Thanks. But yeah, it was also it was meta. It was so meta, dude.
Matt, tell
Yes,
us
sir.
about the moment when you saw Tobey Maguire step through the portal.
Yeah, that's when my audience got the big reaction from it. It was smart for them to do it like where he was in the street clothes and just coming in. And it was also funny how everybody accepted him immediately, and they had to give Andrew this like rigmarole test. But yeah, they liked it, and then they were getting hyped once Andrew and him did the mimic Spider-Man perfectly symmetrical fighting scene. They loved it. So like it was a pretty good introduction, man. I expected like him to come in probably in the last second, but I'm glad that he was a character and he came in in the third act. And that was definitely a smart move for them to do.
This is true. This is true. I'm gonna be honest with you. I said it once. I'll say it again. I don't often laugh at comic book movies. Like I like them. I like them for what they are. The comedy is sometimes a little forced. When they ask this man, "Hey, do you have a spider suit, or you going dressed as a youth pastor?" I laughed. I laughed. I popped for it. Um, you know, I'll be honest with you, man. It was good. It was good to see these niggas. I'm not like I didn't get spoiled ahead of. Well, Matt, did you get spoiled ahead of time? Did you know this was coming, or
Yeah. Like a while ahead of time. Yeah.
fuck all y'all niggas? All right, how about that? Yeah. So I didn't see this coming, right? And I was thoroughly entertained. Well, you know what I'm saying? It was a good look with them. And I ain't gonna lie to you. They listen, this is the thing I will say, right? Like we'll say Jamie Foxx was just Jamie Foxx this movie, right? Even though he played Electro before this wasn't the Electro that he played. Um, both of them felt as though they were the Peter Parkers from that they had played before. They stepped right back into that role, the characteristics, the mannerisms of Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire, respectively. I felt as though they was doing their thing. They was back in that pocket. However, that wasn't the only crossover in this movie. You know what I'm saying? It was there was a crossover. Not the only one in this past couple weeks, but there was a crossover in this movie from the Netflix extended Marvel universe. How do we feel about Matt Murdock, the Daredevil? How did your theaters react? How we feel about that?
I loved it. Theater didn't react. I loved it though. Like I didn't see it coming at all, unlike the other ones. Caught me off guard. Pleasant surprise. It made sense. Hiring him as a lawyer to come in, it was perfect. Like and Cats of the Brick scene, man, that was just cool. That was just a cool scene, man. Honestly.
I was spoiled for that one too.
Oh my
Don't
God, nigga! What are you on the
Don't
dirt
ever
sheets,
watch.
my nigga?
Don't watch. Yeah, I was spoiled for that one too. So don't ever look at the internet. Don't open the internet when you want to see a movie. But I like the way they used him in the movie. You know what I mean? When he caught the brick, that was dope. And when they looked at him and said, "How'd you do that?" It was cool. You know what I'm saying? It was a cool little Easter, whatever you want to call it, cameo. But I know I saw. I knew
Easter cameo. That's definitely what you call it, my nigga.
Thank you.
Yeah,
you
it was appropriate.
Yes.
The weird one. Sorry, go ahead.
No, it fit. I liked it. I was a fan of it. But here's the thing I will say, man. Listen, in the past couple weeks, that's not the only adaptation of a Marvel EU character presented in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. We also had Vincent D'Onofrio.
Yeah, D'Onofrio.
Yeah, reprising his role as Wilson Fisk's Kingpin in the Disney Plus series Hawkeye.
She was like,
Did y'all see that? Or
Yeah.
Matt, how did you feel about it?
I don't like his Kingpin, but I do like the Kingpin. I think it's pretty interesting, but I'm not really a fan of how he portrays Kingpin, honestly. So I could do without.
Listen. Here's my thing, man. I like him as the serious businessman, high society person. His Wilson Fisk. I like his Wilson Fisk. It's very grounded. It's very down to earth. I believe it as a person who is all business, right? But if I gotta choke a nigga out and kill a nigga, I will do that also.
So
But-
you enjoy your kingpin of crime to have crippling social anxiety?
Listen,
And don't forget his baby rage, his baby fits. Don't forget that.
Yeah. He literally throws temper tantrums.
listen,
I can't stand the way this nigga plays him, to be honest with you.
listen. The heavy breathing, the social anxiety, the baby fits. I would take all of that. I would take all of that over fucking a Hawaiian shirt and fucking unrealistic real world superpower, my nigga. They ran it. They pinned this nigga in a fucking Mercedes Benz S500, and he hopped up and still holding his cane, my nigga. Kept charging this young woman as fucking Hawkeye, my nigga, like Case Bishop's Hawkeye, my nigga. I detested his portrayal.
Well, I gotta stop you there, brother. I gotta stop you there. His strength level has always been like of questionable level.
No. Listen, in the fucking Daredevil series, it was reasonable. It was reasonable. In the Hawkeye series, it's laughable.
Okay, I have to stop you again. In the prison scene, I don't know if anybody caught this because I work out like you gentlemen do. In the prison scene, he was benching 6 plates. And I was like, if you don't get the fuck out of here for reps, dude. I was like, get the fuck out of here. Like, I paused that scene. It's season 2 Daredevil. He's repping 6 plates, dude. Like, it's like nobody on set had any idea, like, how impossible it is. They're just like, I don't know, just keep adding weight because he's a kingpin. Nobody had any idea, like, how heavy that would be. But he was just benching it out for reps. And so yes, he's borderline meta. Okay. Yeah. So season 2, you go back and see that ridiculous.
Listen. Hey, I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna hold you. Season 2 started to put some flaws in this nigga flavor, man. You know what I'm saying? And if they had just left it at season 1, Kingpin, I'd have been like, yo, he's all right, man. He's all right in my book. The more they featured him, the more it began to be watered down. So I ain't gonna, you know what I mean? It is what it is. The way he was portrayed in Hawkeye, though. Matt, how you feel about that?
I just don't like him, man. Yeah, like, honestly, I prefer Michael Clark Duncan's portrayal of Kingpin.
Oh, you get the fuck out of here, man.
I do. I'm sorry, man. I do, man. I prefer that.
Man.
Like, I prefer that, honestly.
Agreed. I don't know if I prefer Michael Clark Duncan because I didn't watch that movie, but I just don't like him.
Daredevil, the Ben Affleck movie.
Man, I was very discerning. I don't watch movies that I think are going to be trash. All right? Especially back then. All right? I had nothing better to do. I'd rather stare at the wall. All right? Yeah. So, but yeah, I can't. It's not even him. Like, I think he makes a good Kingpin, but the way he decided to characterize the character, it just bothers me. Like, that's not the Spider-Man 1990s Kingpin. That's Kingpin. So the way they're playing him, like, actually, like I think he tried to bring like a Tony Soprano thing to it, but he like went too heavy on the breathing. You know what I'm saying? I don't know when the last time y'all watched The Sopranos, but Tony like
Never.
breathes.
Not one episode.
Tony breathes like a fat man dying of COVID. Actually, he actually called COVID. The Sopranos called it. And he tries to do the same thing, but it comes off like he's this close to like going in a fucking incredible rage. Like he's trying to hold back berserker rage and shit. That's what it comes off to me. Like he tried to play the character like, yo, I'm right beneath the surface. I could snap at any moment, but I'm trying to give the illusion that I'm refined and honest. But it was too on the note. Like it wasn't subtle at all. Like it just the whole time I felt like he was, but my wife. And like I don't know, man. He didn't project power or menace. It just seems like dumb. Like even the Into the Spider-Verse where they made him more like of a New York goon kind of guy. I even like that better than fucking this dude's portrayal. I just, and it's like just the way, like the in-between moments, like when he's delivering the lines and stuff. I don't even mind his choreography, like the way he fights. I thought it was all right for like, you know, what they were going for, like brute strength mixed with like judo or something like that. I could feel that. But nah, it's just not for me. He's not my kingdom, right?
My nigga, you got a hole in your soul, my nigga. However, you haven't seen Hawkeye, my nigga, so it's his.
What would describe to us what he does in Hawkeye? Like what makes him not the same character from the movie, from the TV show?
My nigga, he operates out of a fucking warehouse, and his strength, unlike the subtlety of fucking 6 plates on trying to bench press, my nigga. Instead, he's fucking doing fucking feats of fucking strength while holding a cane and having a fucking suit and a top hat on, my nigga. It's a bit much. And we're to infer that he lives through a fucking a point blank gunshot at the end of the series. It's a bit much. It's a touch too far, my nigga.
Wait, did you forget that his clothes are bulletproof and made by the fucking human mental issue that lives in the basement and makes clothes and shit?
My nigga, he had a Hawaiian shirt on, my nigga. For some reason, he came in the first scene and he had the white suit on. I said, okay, all right, okay.
That's real life though, my nigga. Like that's from the comic books.
But then after that, he put a fucking Hawaiian shirt on, like the fucking Killing Joke, my nigga. He had a Hawaiian shirt on, and that was his permanent shit.
Matt, can you tell him that's canon?
I mean, you never read Kingpin Goes to Hawaii, man?
Come at me, bro.
You never read Kingpin Goes to Hawaii, man?
Come at me, bro. Come at me, bro.
Nah, but I'm serious. It really is. That's first of all, that's hilarious. But no, I'm serious. He wore a Hawaiian shirt.
I don't give a fuck, my nigga. How about this? I don't give a fuck, my nigga.
Now I will say this. In the Netflix version of this shit, that nigga dressed like he took the time with his clothes and shit. Like he put his clothes on like Hannibal Lecter made his food in his TV show. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, he loved that shit. So him busting out in the Hawaiian shirt is a little off brand for what they built for him. But it literally in the comic book, it doesn't really look that bad. I think in real life it's hard to make it look
but
good.
that's what I'm saying, bro. We talking about real life, man. We talking about what translates from the page to the screen, man. And that just ain't it, man. Like you want to talk about I'm gonna be honest with you. When in Daredevil, when that nigga started putting the white suit on, I was a little like, yeah, we going there. Like it looks good on the paper, it looks good in the animated series, but my nigga, it's after Labor Day, my nigga. Why we wearing
I mean, that was a slow burn. That was a third season because season 1 is all black, season 2 is gray.
Yeah.
It was a slow burn. It was almost like a costume reveal, like at that moment.
Yeah, man, it was a little much for me though. I had
But
to get
you
used
was
to it.
okay with the kimono, my nigga? What about when he was wearing the kimono?
My nigga, fuck out of here.
Oh man, yeah, I forgot about that.
Come on, this nigga, he's fashion forward, my nigga. Let him live, right? The red stripe match. I'm looking at the pictures now. He's all right. You know what I'm saying? Just because you ain't up on it. Maybe in 2024, my nigga.
Yeah,
You
maybe in 2024, my nigga. Maybe.
You so 2000 and late right now.
Nigga, yeah.
This is straight out of Spider-Man Family Business. There you go.
My nigga, how dare you?
All is forgiven, my nigga. I named the title that he wrote.
I don't forgive anything, nigga, and I damn sure don't forget, nigga. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
I ain't gonna lie. In this comic book, he had red buttons on his lapel, and he had a handkerchief that was red. That shit was kind of dope, buddy. I ain't gonna lie to you. They ain't go far enough with the outfit. That's where they fucked up.
My nigga, listen, man. Obviously, Spider-Man animated series, Wilson Fisk will always be that nigga to me. All right, let's keep it all the way. But listen, I'm not mad at Vincent D'Onofrio. You know what I mean? Law and Order.
Does he have is he the most crossed over villain? Does he have the most like arch nemesis?
Yeah. I would say probably Dr. Doom over Kingpin, but Kingpin's close next to him.
You think so?
I honestly, like between Daredevil, Spider-Man, Luke Cage, the Heroes for Hire, Jessica Jones, pretty much everybody has could possibly claim him. They could be like, well, he's my guy,
And you would put but I'm saying you would put Dr. Doom over him?
Oh yeah, for sure. No, Dr. Doom is a Marvel villain. Like even though he's a Fantastic Four villain by trade, he is everybody hates this dude arch enemy villain. Yeah.
Okay. But let me ask y'all about this, man. Let me ask y'all about this, man. All right, so at the end of the movie, the man said, "Yo, man, I want everybody gonna forget, because the implausible." Let me just shout out Doctor Strange. Fuck you, Doctor Strange. Let me shout you out one time, my nigga, because you asked the right question too late in the game, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? You was gung ho and ready to do a fucking spell, cast a spell, and all that shit, my nigga. You was ready to do all that shit before you even asked this nigga Peter Parker, this 40-year-old dialogue Peter Parker, hey, my nigga, did you even ask fucking the admissions council? Yo, read some literature on the subject about your niggas? What? I didn't think about that. My nigga, you wanted me to cast a spell, my nigga, and you didn't ask fucking admissions? Hey, my nigga, I know I did some shit, my nigga, but these niggas don't lock these niggas out.
Yeah, that whole thing to me was stupid. I hated it. Like, the reason for it, like, I thought they were gonna swap it up. And it was kind of like a edited trailer we saw, but him coming to Doctor Strange to do it because of the admission into school was beyond stupid. I thought, like, even when he was getting in trouble with all the legal stuff, and they're like, "Oh, we're super screwed," I thought like that would be the reason. It's like, hey, like they're gonna put me in prison. Can you do something? And then he's like, "Yeah, we can't have an Avenger in prison." Or I thought it was gonna be like that. Or better case scenario, like they show you why he wears a mask and the villains immediately try to kill his family and friends relentlessly, which is what happens in the comics. As soon as they find out, they're like, okay, time to kill everybody you've ever loved because that's why you wear the mask. And it was relentless. And that's how the Ultimate Spider-Man ended up dying because they did not stop. I thought it was gonna be like that, where it's like, hey, every second of my life, people are trying to kill me. But no. It was, we didn't get into Harvard or Yale or something, and it was the weakest way to do it. Even in their own movie where they had like the whole legal issues, they decided to go that route, and it was stupid. It just felt stupid, and I hated it.
right. Well, let's talk about this, my nigga. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna front on you. I ain't gonna fuck y'all up. The first half of this movie, I hated.
Okay. Yeah.
Hated. Like I was sitting in the, I was with the 3/4 of the pie crack, my nigga. I was with Paul. I was with Ock. I was sitting there like, nigga, this is trash. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the whole thing about Aunt May talking about, hey, hold on. You can't just fuck these niggas up. You have a responsibility to take care of these villains. Like, baby, that's not. Have you watched my two other movies? That's not the way it works.
Yeah. Okay. Can I say my sexist moment now?
Please go ahead.
That I'm sorry, but like swapping Ben for May, it didn't work for me because, and this is my sexism coming out. Please edit this. It's not a really an Aunt May thing, or B, kind of like a motherly thing to be saying that. That's like a father thing where it's like the lessons that he was learning. Like he would have been really defensive over Peter. Like you don't know these guys. Where they've been? I don't trust them. That guy's made a stand. They can hurt you. That's really more of a mother like figure kind of role, as opposed to Uncle Ben and be like, yo, like nah, man, or like the Parkers. We pity these guys, man. Nah, we look out for like that's what men do. That's what we stand up. Like no matter how many times they hit you, man, you got to man up. That's Uncle Ben is still more of a matriarchal role, and it doesn't make sense, and I didn't really buy it. So that's my sexist clip. Cut it out. But that's honestly how I feel. It doesn't make sense. Like Aunt May would have been protective. Any woman and like if you had like a gang of dudes coming in your house, be like, who are these people? Like like it's not a father. It's not like a motherly thing.
Yeah.
So that's my
I mean, I kind of saw it from the fact that she was working at the homeless shelter, and this nigga, Norman Osborn, wandered into the homeless shelter. And, oh no, he's a villain. No, you have to take care of him. But still, it was some bullshit. And like I said, the first half of this movie until fucking Norman Osborn started fucking taking this nigga to fucking Suplex City, I was out. And then that shit happened, and I was fucking in, my nigga. You know what I mean?
There was so many times where I was like, this is some bullshit. Even at the beginning of the movie. But they found a way. I mean, this movie's the definition of a slow burn.
Yeah.
You feel me? Because I feel like the weakest part of the movie is the first third. So if someone says like, yo, this movie's kind of overrated, I can understand what this. A lot of little slow parts and a lot of little parts I wasn't fucking with. But overall, the story made perfect sense in the way they built it. Not perfect sense, but I'm saying like the beat, like the story.
Yeah, but I mean, but once it got to going, my nigga.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at. But I'm saying like, I can understand people who saying they didn't like it. Like there's some people saying like, oh, it's not as good as people make it out to be. I can kind of understand it because I'm one of those people. Like I don't just. Some people watch a movie, Paul, and say stuff like they ignore what they don't like. You know what I'm saying? And some people watch a movie and they'll be like, okay, I didn't like this part and that part, but I like this part so much that it's whatever. And then, like there was a like the action scene, and like they'll justify why they still watch the Fast and the Furious. They'd be like, my nigga, I enjoy cars, and the music beat go with the car scene so well, and they'll like wax poetic about how it was ill to see their favorite car do a backflip. I'm the type of nigga, everything I watch in this life, and it's probably why Pie Crack exists, or why I am considered the trash nigga and everybody thinks my favorite word is trash, is because I subtract when shit doesn't, or I don't like some shit. You know what I'm saying? And I think y'all kind of do it too, just because we hear. Like, y'all may not be cognizant of it, but I always know this. So I'll listen to music, I'll listen to whatever. And if there's something I don't like, I subtract from the overall like enjoyment of the movie or whatever. So when I get to the end and I'm like, did you like it or did you not like it? I can't ignore all the shit I didn't like. But in this particular movie, I didn't like their characterization of Doctor Strange at all. Again, that's Marvel. like if you have a problem with anything that happened to Doctor Strange, it's because Marvel decided that a white man can't exist, a positive role model can't exist, money, unless he's already dead. All right. So, but at the end, when like you said, when it got going, nigga, all that shit just evaporated, my nigga. It's kind of like my feelings about Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I could go on for hours about how bad some of that stuff was, and we did. But I also could go on for hours about how much I like some of the stuff I did. Like them action scenes in that movie, in that show, was great. So the shit that was good in this movie was superb. The shit that was bad in this movie was just bad. You know what I'm saying? So like, I give them the mulligan.
Right, but here's the thing I'm gonna say about this movie, man, is you to steal a phrase from fucking Kevin Nash and Eric Bischoff. Nigga, you can't
Steal
be halfway,
that shit, nigga.
You can't be halfway pregnant, my nigga. If you want to divorce yourself from the concepts of the previous Spider-Man movies and the Spider-Man mythos, then do that shit, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, commit to that shit. But don't try to get here in the fucking third movie and then try to walk all that shit back, my nigga. Like, okay, the Aunt May.
Wait. Where you going with this?
Hey, let me finish. Let me listen.
Nigga, you spoil it, nigga. You know,
Beyonce
like
had the best
nigga.
album of the year, but let me finish, nigga. Listen.
I was about to say some shit that's gonna make me fight you, my nigga.
Fight me then, right? Nigga. Hey, punch me off rip, my nigga, and then listen to my point. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you know what I mean? But no, like the Aunt May turning into Aunt Ben, Uncle Ben shit, I didn't appreciate. All right.
Nigga, I like that shit.
I didn't appreciate it, but that's the least heinous of the offenders, my nigga. My nigga, if you went this far to make the bitch not be Mary Jane Watson or fucking Gwen Stacy, then commit to that shit. Don't make the bitch. Oh, my name is Rebecca, but they call me MJ. Oh, that's weird as fuck, but okay. Oh, my last name is also Watson, but I don't go by Watson. My nigga, don't. Nah, let's not do that. Let's not even.
Yeah, that was completely dumb. So I think they wanted this surprise. This is part of the reason why I don't like Homecoming. But they wanted to surprise you at the end. You know what I'm saying? They wanted that aha moment. So they did this convoluted, what she likes to be called shit. And they made her a complete weirdo that made no sense and shit. Yeah. So the man who decided that anything is more important than Podcracker couldn't be here today, that low down dirty bastard. He said they should have just made the first girl into MJ. And it took me a while to realize who the fuck he was talking about. But he was talking Vulture's daughter.
Vulture's daughter,
He was like, they should have just made her the love interest and just completely just didn't do the MJ thing. But they wanted Zendaya in the movie or whatever. So it looks whatever. That's what he was saying. I don't know because I don't really like that movie that much, so I can't really speak on it. But they wanted that aha. And now they're trying to walk it back. But here's where I disagree with you. They're trying to correct all the dumb shit, my nigga. There is no Spider-Man mythos in these movies. Spider-Man isn't Spider-Man in these movies. He's Iron Spider's Tony Jr.
Okay, but my nigga, and you tiptoe onto the precipice of my next question. All right, so they wish at the end, hey, nobody that ever knew that Spider-Man was Peter Parker. I want nobody to know, blah, 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 this, that, the third, the 3/4, the fifth, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Even Zendaya don't know why this nigga with dick pics on her phone is introducing herself to him at the fucking coffee shop. You know what I mean? All that shit is wiped out and erased from history, nigga. Let's ask this question. Now, this nigga has a fucking flamboyant electric blue suit. You know what I'm saying? That he's created himself. Do you ever think we will see a solo Spider-Man movie? This nigga been carried by fucking Tony Stark. This nigga been carried by Mysterio via Tony Stark. This nigga been carried by fucking Doctor Strange. Will we ever see a fucking solo Spider-Man movie?
Yes, now we will. Now that this Marvel it's not that Marvel's going to continue making movies with him, but it's not going to. It's going to have to come back. He's going to at least have 1 or 2 movies, or at least a movie and a half, where it's just him, and this nigga's going to be Andrew Garfield stalking MJ from afar and shit. They may skip that mistake because a lot of people didn't like that aspect of the movie, but yeah, he's going to be Spider-Man, and that's what I'm saying. I see what you're saying. They didn't commit, but they didn't commit to dumb ideas. Like they walked back a lot of people's criticisms. And so even though I thoroughly enjoyed Far From Home, a lot of people still had a problem with it just because, again, he's the Iron Spider. He's fucking Tony Jr. and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like he's not, the lessons he's learning is not through grit and getting his ribs broken, which was another like, well, he got stabbed in the back, but Spider-Man breaking his ribs, Matt, you can attest to this and back me up. But this nigga breaks his ribs every time he goes out to fight around. This nigga Spider-Man stay having blood on his suit. He stay with broken bones and shit. You know what I'm saying? That Spider-Man is a gritty street. He's everything Daredevil was supposed to be in the Netflix movie. I mean, the Netflix show. Like, how Daredevil's always getting beat up and fucked up. He's coming home at night, passing out and fucking, you know what I'm saying? That's Spider-Man. That's what he's supposed to be. And all the while hiding his pain from Aunt May. Like, this nigga's just in constant pain. And he doesn't even have to be. He's pulling his punches. You see what I'm saying? That's Spider-Man. So they're getting back to that. You know what I'm saying? And they're going back to the street level, friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. He's not going to be, you don't got to ask him where the Avengers are. He don't got Happy Hogan. He has nobody. He's alone. He's going to be Spider-Man. He's going to take pictures. You know what I'm saying? Because what else is he going to do for a job? He's 17 years old. He don't even have a GED. That's when I say they stripped everything from this nigga, they stripped this nigga's education from him. You know what I'm saying? He can't even get into college no more.
My nigga, I ain't gonna lie to you, my nigga. That was almost a fucking nod to everything that I know Spider-Man to be, right? Because you're a genius, right? You're a fucking genius. You this, you that. My nigga, you go to school 2 blocks away, my nigga. Like, if you was a genius, for real, my nigga, you would be in fucking these genius universities, my nigga. You go into state school. You know what I'm saying?
Have you ever heard of responsibility, nigga? He can go to school, but with great genius, nigga. Huh? Responsibility. Who's going to take care of Aunt May, my nigga?
But I'm going to be honest with you. In this series of movies, they made the nigga too cheeky and too fucking wink, too smart, my nigga. Like, Peter Parker is best served as the smartest nigga, not of all time, but the smartest nigga in the room, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? But this nigga go to this fucking genius high school, advanced honor roll high school and shit. Nah, my nigga. Give me a nigga that's just the smartest nigga amongst the 12 niggas that's in the room. I don't want to
because that is a sign. The reason why they did. See, Sean, you want me to get into inside baseball,
man. My nigga, hey, tell me how the baseball is made, my nigga.
This was made by the Wachowski sisters, fucking nieces and nephews that don't wear blue or pink, my nigga. All right, her gender neutral fucking cousins and shit. This is who they made this for. So there were no bullies, right?
Well, Flash was technically a bully, but not really.
Yeah, there were no physical bullies. Yeah. They were bullies, but just no physical, no physical bullies. So he wasn't in a real high school because then he'd have real high school problems. You see what I'm saying? So they wanted to remove that. And we don't need a movie that depicts bullying because we're anti-bullying. So we want to show verbal abuse and fucking I don't even know, because was Flash even as smart as them? Like, I think everybody was the same in the movie. Everybody was on the same intelligence level. You know what I'm saying? Which brings to mind another criticism of this movie that I had. He did not need his friends in his ear while he was doing Spider-Man shit. Like, what was that shit about? Why did he have them on the phone and shit? What was the point of that?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But it's like I'm glad. Like they did that. They wanted to change shit. They wanted to subvert your expectations. So he's not going to PS 181. You know what I'm saying? He's not Arnold, a moving football head. He's a smart nigga, right? Well, let's bring it back down to street level. You know what I'm saying? Because he's never had an opportunity since we met him to be Spider-Man. So I'm cool with this. Yo, I'm finally, at long last, I'm making my own Spider-Man outfit that's not some bullshit. We know you can put fucking red sweatpants together with a red ski mask, my nigga. We know you can do that, nigga. Anybody can do that. My nigga, are you engineering your own shit? Cool.
But I'm confused now, man. Do you like that they stripped it all away, or don't you?
I love it that they stripped it all away. Like
you
I'm
can't
not,
make Spider-Man without hearing the words, man. Like he has to hear the phrase.
No. Listen. You got to hear the words from Uncle Ben, my nigga. Matt, help me out, my nigga. Can you hear the words from anybody? Can you hear the word from Joe Schmo in the street, or does it have to be from Uncle Ben?
Nah, it has to be from Uncle Ben.
Come on now.
It has to be.
But he didn't. Did he have an Uncle Ben? There's no Uncle Ben in this.
They never mentioned him, but that don't mean he don't exist, my nigga.
Okay. What's in the other two Spider-Man we're talking about? Uncle Ben. He didn't say anything. Like he didn't say like, well, just like my Uncle Ben died. He didn't make.
I ain't appreciate that either. And he was like, well, great power. She told me great power comes with great responsibility. And the nigga was like, and Tobey Maguire like, my Uncle Ben told me that. My nigga, Andrew Garfield, Uncle Ben told you that shit too. Instead, he want to talk about the bitch that he mollywopped her head upside a concrete floor and shit. Like, nah, my nigga, Uncle Ben was present in both y'all niggas' lives, man. Like, come on, let's get real.
Correction. Like, she had literally the dumbest death of all time. Like, this nigga sent a fucking metal jet-powered stabbing machine into her back, and this bitch got up and like did the electric slide before she died and shit. That was kind of dumb. They should have thought of a different way, because like the scene was a little less impactful because of how dumb that was. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, my nigga, the web hand fingers grabbing out to her cured all wounds, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Once that happened, and she still got concussed by fucking playing fucking pancake upside the concrete floor. My nigga, I was taken aback. I was verklempt. You understand what I'm saying?
It just her standing up after it though. That's the part I had. Like
standing up after like, what?
She got up and talked to Peter vertically, and Peter was like, "All right, let's get out of here," and then she collapsed.
Oh, you talking about? No, are you talking about Aunt May, or are you talking about Gwen Stacy?
My nigga, how did we get on Gwen Stacy? I'm talking about Aunt May.
I was talking about Andrew Garfield. Yeah, Aunt May. Nah. Let's keep it. Okay, listen. Let's talk about it.
That's what I'm saying.
Marissa Tomei's death scene. Nah, I didn't feel it. I'm sorry, I didn't feel it because you really got up and you walked around and you said, "No, I'm good." No. She was like, "Are you all right?" She like, "What the fuck are you talking about, young nigga?" Yeah, my nigga, let's get out of here. My nigga, and then she hit the two stumbles, nigga. Wait, hold on, wait a second. Nigga, it's blood coming out your back, nigga. No, it's blood coming out your back, nigga. What you mean, nigga? Like, yeah, that was some bullshit. I'm not rocking with none of that.
Matt, I believe you worked as a physical therapist in between your other 4 jobs. Is that physically possible?
For her to like get out, like, I mean, there's been some crazy adrenaline, like
yeah, I will give her that. I'll give her that. Now the adrenaline kicking, you think you're all right, but still, it took all the gotcha out of that shit. You know what I'm saying? And in real life, that's probably possible. In cinematic realism, nah, I'm not rocking. I'm not rocking with it.
Cinematically, it was terrible.
Yeah, cinematically, it was terrible.
If somebody really died that way, we would have changed it to suit it better.
I'm 100% sure it's mad niggas that then drove themselves to the hospital and then died when they got to the fucking emergency room. I'm 100% sure. You know what I'm saying? Like, Nick, I'm sure the adrenaline kicks in and you're like, no, I'm good. Let me go to the hospital. And then you get to the hospital and the emergency room, and they're like, it's a 45-minute wait. And you're like, okay, cool. I'll just sit here and read this fucking magazine. And the nigga nod off.
And he bled out and shit.
You gotta get to the hospital. Yeah, like let me check myself in. Like, sir, where's the rest of your body? Like, what are you talking about? Sir, you're missing half of your body. What's going on? So you're saying you're not? Oh, and then slowly you're like, oh.
Yeah. That scene is literally Wile E. Coyote jumping after the fucking person.
Yes.
He looks down and sees his body's not there.
Yes, my nigga. Like, she got up with the fucking ease, my nigga. I was so mad at that shit. I'm not, listen. That's why I say.
Because it's the force at which the impact hit her. Should have snapped her spine in half.
And I was cool with her dying right there.
But she should have never got up.
Yeah, no, once you get up, it's a wrap. Like, no, she's good.
Yeah, but like, imagine a nigga does his finisher in wrestling. I know, never mind. Where this is new age wrestling. Yeah, anyway, right. The nigga hits the fucking tombstone pile driver from off the top of the cage. Nigga.
Yeah.
And then this nigga gets up. He's walking away like, yeah, and then he faints afterwards. That's it. You lose all the impact, man.
My nigga, like after that, okay, to prove your point, my nigga, after you do that, my nigga, after you get the 2 count off that shit, my nigga, you're not getting pinned by the small package, my nigga. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of all of this shit, my nigga. Yeah. So I'm 100% on board with what you talk about. I'm not rocking with that shit.
So, but here's the thing. When she said the line, because here's my thing. This whole time, I feel like they've been talking around it. People been pulling Peter to the side and teaching him lessons, and none of them were a great response. Like, you literally got the greatest line in comic books. Is there a better piece of advice? Motherfucking Superman's dad left a fucking digital memory that can answer every question he ever asked.
Left that nigga a digital encyclopedia, my nigga. You know what I'm saying?
It never sold a dime, nigga.
My nigga, A. Aardvark on Krypton. Nah, yeah, nigga, fuck all that shit. Yeah, he tried to sell that nigga 100 lessons, my nigga. Never sold a dime, nigga. Yeah.
Nah, didn't say one thing that stuck with the audience, nigga.
Yeah, exactly, my nigga. Nigga, they brought
Stan Lee.
Hey, they brought this nigga. What's my name? Matt. Who played Kal-El? Jor-El. Who played Jor-El in the original Spider-Man, Superman?
Russell Crowe. Well, I'm sorry, in the original.
Yeah. What's my man who played Godfather, man?
Fucking. What's this nigga's name with the cheeks?
With the cheeks, nigga.
Pause.
Brando? No.
Marlon Brando.
Is
Marlon
it?
Brando.
Okay, yeah.
They brought that nigga back for Superman Returns with B-roll bling, my nigga. They tried to get they brought B-roll footage back for Superman Returns, and he still said nothing of note. Nothing. However, I can't remember. Shout out to you, my nigga, whoever played Uncle Ben in 2001 after the Bonesaw match. My nigga, you delivered that shit like a fucking champ, nigga. Shout out to the Carlos Estevez, aka Martino Estevez, my nigga, aka Martin Sheen. Shout out to you, my nigga, because you delivered that shit in Amazing Spider-Man like a fucking champ, nigga.
My nigga, I wanted that nigga to be my uncle, my nigga.
I'm trying to tell you, my nigga. I don't even think that shit was worthy of the moment that it was in, my nigga. That nigga, hey. My nigga, hey, I'm trying to screw in this light, but hey, bruh. With great power comes with great responsibility. All right, Uncle Ben.
This nigga tried to walk past the flickering light and shit. This is hey, nigga. Twist that shit a little further. Nigga. Hey, nigga, you ain't gonna eat the crust on that bread, nigga. Don't you understand?
Come on, bruh. That's all I'm saying, man. So to have her deliver that shit, I wasn't with it. And then to have her get up, no sell a fucking pumpkin bomb only to fucking be.
Was it a pumpkin bomb or did the thing run into her back?
No, it was Pumpkin Bomb for sure.
Yeah.
Because
Now I'm even more angry, my nigga. He threw a pumpkin bomb at her?
Yes.
Well, he hit her with a glider, but like the pumpkin bomb was what did her in.
Yeah. Pumpkin bomb point blank. And she no-sold it. She got up.
No-sold the pumpkin bomb.
Said it didn't work for me, brother. You know what I'm saying? She got up. She walked around. She looked at the crowd, my nigga. She did the fucking, you know what I mean? She hulked up, and then the bitch fell out. Oh, wait. Let's chill for a minute, nigga. Hold on. We just walking out the door, bitch. Yeah, hold on. Let me gather myself. And then the bitch died, my nigga. Like I'm mad, my nigga.
2 seconds later. Nah, that shit was trash. Yeah, the more I think about it, that shit was trash. Nah. See, I'm not with it. Nah. It was so funny how you can get something so right and so wrong at the same time. Because I enjoyed the great power and great responsibility. Yeah. But I didn't enjoy that shit. I didn't enjoy that shit at all.
That's all I'm saying, brother. I feel you. Let me ask this, man. So let me start skipping. So overall, though, how do we feel about the movie?
Overall, it was great.
Matt,
yeah, I really liked Far From Home, but this one might have overdone it.
I loved Homecoming. I hated Far From Home. I love this movie. Matt, how you feel?
I feel the exact same way as you.
Okay.
The same order, yeah.
Okay. So
wait, but did you hate Far From Home, Matt?
I did, yeah.
that nigga said, I think I just said I feel the exact same way.
I could have sworn he said he liked Far From Home earlier.
My nigga, nobody said that shit, my nigga. You were the only person.
How do y'all
and we let you live, my nigga. We let you live because we love you.
He who should not be named and shit is he agrees with me.
He agrees with everybody who's ever liked the movie, my nigga. That nigga said, "What is this a video tutorial on how to return a library book?" Well, it's on the film. I guess I love it. 10 out of 10. Fuck out of here, man.
1980s home movies and shit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's just a clip show and shit. So like a projector.
Yeah. Paul, my 4-year-old made The Matrix 4 on home video. What do you think? 10 out of 10. We didn't get any of the original actors, but we just had my son dress up as some of the cast and crew. Because that's what that movie felt like, a whole movie. It's like I expected literally there would be a hard cut of like Agent Smith, but Mr. Anderson, like, Billy, your pizza rolls are ready. Like, Mom, I'm making a big budgeted blockbuster movie for Time Warner. Well, you tell Mr. Time Warner that you made The Matrix 4 after your pizza rolls. Like, oh God.
Did they not do the super cut of him saying Mr. Anderson with the other guy? I could have sworn they did this. That scene is in the movie.
With the cosplay kid though, like the fake cosplay kid.
Oh man, listen, y'all shut up right now. Saturday, I'm paying good money to see this movie, man. Y'all will not do this to me.
Sean, this is me from the future, man. Don't do that shit, dude. I've been where you trying to go. I did that, so hopefully you don't got to go through that.
So I can just see you walking out of theater and be like, "Hey, I'm sorry, there was something going on. I was watching a YouTube hard cut of the first movie, and so this is the fourth one. Oh, okay. So wait, hold on, but like all the editing and just like, yeah, okay, all right,
hey,
okay,
man.
All right.
Hey man, listen, the paying customer in me found redeemable qualities in 007 No Time to Die. All right. You don't understand the power of $1, Matt. You know what I'm saying? Once I spend $1, you're all right in my book. You know what I mean? You immediately become less offensive.
Pie crack, right? Real guys talking that real shit.
New episodes weekly.
Rate, comment, and subscribe.